So for many of you, you would have thought, or you are still thinking, that farming it is something, or a profession, a vocation that is solely for the uneducated. Well, newsflash, farming has changed. Farming is now being very, very much attractive and profitable, not just to our parents, but to the corporate people, to the young people who have just completed agri colleges or university. They are going into commercial farming. And today, one of my team members, I am surprising him because he didn't know I was going to catch him unawares. One of my teammates, the one in charge of money. When you come in and mention some money, he's the one responsible. I am going to chit chat with Kweku. He is a professional banker who has resigned to become a full-time pineapple farmer. Let's find out from him. What was that motivation that led him to go into farming? My name is Enyinam. When you find me in town, call me Ghana's finest farmer. Subscribe and share the link. Kweku! Let's welcome Kweku.
See your life. See your life.
Kweku! So there you see Kweku right here. And here's into Kweku. How are you?
Fine, thank you, my dear.
I caught you unawares, I guess.
Yeah, how we do?
Kweku, tell me, you're a professional banker.
Yeah.
How long have you been banking for?
Okay, I started banking since 2016 and I left last year, September.
Okay.
So roughly, let's say 6 to 7 years.
Okay. But what did you study in the university that took you to the bank?
Accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah, I've been doing accounting.
Okay. So why would you resign? You know, all the tie, the shoes, you know how you guys polish your shoe. Why would you leave the comfort of air-conditioned suit, driving, and come into the bush?
Okay, with farming motivation, it started from young age. I feel like I want to be a farmer because my grandmom had been a farmer, following her all along from one way to another. So I find farming to be a passion. So while growing up, I started venturing into this pineapple. It was being introduced by somebody
Okay.
that is a lucrative thing that we can start. So
Okay.
I started with just an acre
Right.
with him, and along the way, we started getting suckers. We started planting to expand to like 5 acres.
So now you have 5.
I have 5 acres.
What variety are you
The sugar
growing?
loaf.
Sugar
The local
loaf.
variety, that is the sugar loaf.
Okay. And how much cost you for renting the land?
Okay, the time I rented the land was 2021. So I paid 200 cedis as at that time for 1 acre.
Okay.
But what I did is I paid for like 10 acres together for a certain years because I know I'll be expanding along the
Okay,
way.
so you have paid for 10 but you are only using 5.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many, how do you call it? The suckers.
Yeah.
How much did you buy the suckers as of 2021?
Okay, as at that time, I was buying one sucker for 1 cedi, 20, for, I don't know, 20 pesos. At that time, and every acre contains 20,000 pieces.
Okay.
So you multiply 20 pesos by 20,000 pieces, and that is how much I
So
spent.
5 is taking 100,000 pieces.
Almost, yeah, 100,000 pieces.
Okay, the suckers. Okay, so 100,000 times 20 pesos.
20 pesos.
You should do the multiplication.
5,000 thereabout.
Okay.
Almost 2,000 to 10,000 thereabout
Right.
for only suckers.
For only suckers.
Yes.
And then the land was 200.
200.
Aside that, what other thing did you spend money on?
The suckers wasn't here. I have to bring it from a place.
So transportation.
We bought it from in Sanwom. So from that side to here.
To Sege?
Yeah, cost us like almost 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah, we have to get a big truck because it was plenty.
Okay.
I can give you footages of when we brought them in.
Right.
It was plenty, so we have to get a big truck to load everything together, and we brought it here.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So land, suckers, transportation, the labor costs.
The labor cost.
Okay.
Plant. When they plant 1 acre at that time was 500 cedis. Yeah.
Okay.
So every acre that they plant, I have to pay them 500. I think they were 4 guys doing the planting, inclusive with my farm manager.
Okay.
So they were helping me do the planting.
I see. Okay. But as at the time you started, had you entirely resigned from banking? You were still banking?
Yeah, I started
when you had the farm.
Almost a year before I decided to move out. I was preparing myself, and you know the thing demands for money.
Exactly.
You have to look for money to fix the other things, buying chemicals, buying this, buying that. So you have to prepare yourself before you move, because you can't just move out from a place that is giving you resources to just come and start something. No.
Okay.
So you have to guide yourself at the back.
But aside you hearing or taking somebody's word
Yeah.
that pineapple is lucrative,
Mm-hmm.
did you actually do your own market research before
Good.
you
So the
started?
only issue I had was
Mm-hmm.
I didn't delve deeper into the marketing aspects. That is
Mm-hmm.
what failed me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't tell me to stop what I'm
Mm.
doing. So the very first harvest we did, I couldn't even break even.
Okay.
The only success I got was the suckers.
You had the
I
suckers
had
to
the suckers
replant.
to replant. So we are
Okay.
now about to even plant the next 5 acres because some
Mm.
suckers are growing now
Mm-hmm.
that we can do the next 5 acres
Okay.
to fill up. So the suckers, we got like times 4 or 5 of the suckers we got from 1 acre we harvested.
I see.
So the suckers came in like times 4 or 5. So those you use those ones to plant the
The rest
next
of the
the
5 acre
5 acre.
left.
And
Okay.
if you want to sell something,
Mm-hmm.
somebody needs suckers too. You
Mm.
can cut some
Mm.
and sell it to the person, and
Mm-hmm.
that one too can be your surplus.
Mm.
So all those things inclusive, I decided okay to sell the fruits. I didn't do the market well,
Yeah.
but the other things that will help you balance up,
Mm-hmm.
you were able to get it. So it's a step on the right side. So I
Mm.
decided then let me take it from here. Losing just an acre will keep me to learn on the other ones. Like this one's over here will be fruiting very soon.
Okay.
But we started forcing it.
Yeah.
So when we talk of forcing it, you put in some carbide mixed with some chemical
Okay.
so that the fruits will
Would
come out
come out.
very nice. So
Mm.
that's what we've done right now. So
Mm.
hopefully by next week or two,
Mm-hmm.
you start seeing the flowers coming
Mm.
out and
Mm.
the fruit
But
will.
how long does this variety take to mature?
Oh, roughly a year,
A
depending on
year.
the
Okay.
time you plant it,
Okay.
because it needs water.
Okay.
And one mistake we did the last time to us, we
Mm-hmm.
planted in the
Mm.
drying season,
Mm-hmm.
and during the drying season, that year, I think 2021, the rain wasn't coming that well.
Okay.
So it affected the growth. So it delayed. It took us
Mm.
like almost a year and a half
Mm-hmm.
before we started forcing it. That's why the yield didn't come
Didn't come as
the way.
expected.
So right now I
Okay.
decided to plant it to meet the raining
Mm.
season. So you see they are planting some
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah. At the other
Yeah.
side.
So that it meet the raining
Mm-hmm.
season, get the enough water that
Mm-hmm.
you need so
Mm-hmm.
that it can grow along. Because we are not
Mm.
doing irrigation now.
Okay.
We are now preparing to get enough funds
Yeah.
to
To.
invest in irrigation so that every week or two you can give like 2, 3 water within
Mm-hmm.
a week so that the plant can grow
Mm-hmm.
well. So that's
Mm.
what we're trying to do.
Okay. Investing all that you have saved, or
Mm-hmm.
almost all that you have saved in your 5 or 6 years working in the banking sector, into farming, and even your first harvest, you didn't break
Break even,
even,
yeah.
but the little encouragement you had was enough suckers
Uh,
to replant and even plant on the
the
other
other
parcel.
part was
Isn't that something that has, discouraged you and made you regret investing in farming?
no, that the reason why I didn't discourage me is that I didn't do all the five at a go.
Okay.
I started with one
One.
and I learned on the one
Mm.
to understand the basis,
Right.
to know the differences.
Mm-hmm.
Like me not coming here
Mm-hmm.
regular during the first time. Like
Yeah.
this time, I try to come in like twice or once within every week
In a
to see
week.
the progress of the
Mm.
whole thing. So I'll know today we have to apply chemical. Today
Mm-hmm.
we have to do this. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm here, then we are doing it hand in hand
Together.
so that we will know all the necessary things that we
Mm.
are supposed to do.
Mm.
But the first one, I left it in the farm manager's care
Entirely in the
entirely.
care
So
of
I'll come here within a month because when you go to
Mm.
work, you come, you are tired.
Yes.
So you have to rest. So you pass through within
Mm-hmm.
a month to come and see how
Mm-hmm.
the activity is going.
Mm.
By the time you come, the thing is growing,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the necessary things to apply to make the fruit become the size
Yeah.
that it will sell for you,
Yeah.
you won't get it. It's not like you won't get the fruit. We got fruit like almost 20,000 plus,
Okay.
but
But
the
the size was
sizes
very
were
small.
small. So
Okay.
I think the bigger size go for 2 cedi 50, but the
Mm.
ones we were selling was going for like 1 cedi or 1 cedi 50. So that means we
Mm.
couldn't manage it to get a proper size
Mm-hmm.
that will give you the necessary money you need
Mm.
because we grade it.
Okay.
So even if you are able to get a first grade like 10,000,
Mm-hmm.
second grade like, and the third grade, that means you know your money is going up there.
Right.
But if you get only third grade,
Mm-hmm.
that means you didn't do the
Okay.
work so well. So
Okay.
that's the issue.
Right. Interesting journey for you, Kweku. So from 2021, we're in 2023. So
Yeah.
it's been 2 years already.
Yeah.
What has been the experience so far?
Oh,
How do you feel when you're telling someone I'm
it's
into farming?
it's fun.
Okay?
Because just yesterday, there are some ladies whom I told them I'm a full-time farmer and
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
always drag me along with you. They was
Mm.
like, whoa,
Mm.
farmer, yeah, that's what I do to survive.
Mm.
Apart from that, I don't do anything. Then me and you going up and down, trying to make changes for
Mm-hmm.
people to
Mm.
understand.
Mm.
Farming is the next big thing.
Right.
Because the last time I went out with you, we met somebody who just appreciated us.
Mm-hmm.
that the thing we are doing, looking at we you moving along
mm,
in this farm, and
mm,
he's just appreciating. It
mm,
was a foreigner to a
mm,
Chinese man
mm,
watching our channel and every day feeling happy.
mm,
No munya yempo. Say okay.
mm.
They wanted to follow us.
Oh my
That day
goodness.
was something else to us and
Right.
we appreciated it.
Huh.
So you just want to tell them that it's not
Okay.
easy, but
Mm,
when you put yourself in it and you try, like the way you have started,
mm-hmm,
you want to put yourself in it. Make sure you feel it.
mm,
Make sure you understand
mm,
what really goes into farming
mm,
before you preach it to somebody to
mm-hmm,
venture in it.
mm,
So you feel it, you understand the reality, and you move on with it.
mm,
Yeah, so right now we want them to come on board.
mm,
It's a tough journey, but
mm-hmm,
when you start it well and you have the passion for
mm,
it, be on the field
mm.
regular. Don't just leave it in the hand of somebody because you won't understand it.
Right.
Like Dr. Kamasa, when you go to his farm every day, he's there.
Every day.
He's there and he understands it.
Hmm.
And we learn a lot from that man. He's
Okay. So you said you have extra 5 acres to
yeah,
actually
to expand.
expand. What and what are you needing? Do you need investors? Do you need partners?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, right now, if I get a partner who
Mm-hmm,
is ready to partner with me to
mm-hmm,
give me money to expand,
mm-hmm.
my target was within the next 3 years, I want to go 50 acres.
Okay.
That was the target I had. But
Right.
right now, it seems like I'm dragging
Because of
of
lack of
lack
funding.
of funding and
Okay.
everything. So
Mm,
I'm trying to expand to this 10,
mm-hmm,
maybe by end of year.
mm-hmm,
So if I had an investor who is ready to invest in me,
mm.
the farm is fully registered and I'm on
And
it
you even have an off taker.
off taker to
Okay.
buy for me.
Mm,
So I'm ready and I'm doing my social media websites and
mm-hmm,
everything to make it
mm,
a very solid brand that
mm,
I want to create.
mm.
So if somebody is in, he can come, you sit and we discuss how much
Okay.
you can put in it, how much shares maybe you want. We talk about what we can give you, then
Okay.
we take it from there.
Okay, that's an interesting and insightful, story. So a lot of you out there who's been watching our videos, those of you abroad, those here in Ghana, I am a full-time public relations person. He is a full-time banker or marketer. And the gentleman right behind there is into videography, photography. And then we are about 5 or 6 people. We are all corporate people. We have degrees in different fields. But listen, there is nothing fulfilling than doing what put food on people's table, create jobs, help you to grow your economy. There is nothing more exciting. You are hearing about food insecurity. You are hearing about a lot of unemployment happening. People are going hungry. If you're out there and you said you're unemployed, I am sorry, but that is not a good excuse. Walk in your community, your hometown, the rural areas. There are parcels of land. Have a negotiation with the owner of the land and start from somewhere. You start something, somebody will support you. But in the absence of nothing, I will not give you even a coin. So Kwaku is looking for an investor so they can expand from the 5 acre you see right behind us to 10 acre, and in the next few years, he's hoping to do 50 acres because he has an off-taker who is ready to buy from him. Kwaku, is there any number you want to leave with
Okay,
us? So if
so
anybody wants to call
you
you
can
for.
contact me on 0246
Mhm,
659108. You can WhatsApp too, or you can contact my sister
No,
here.
no, no, don't call me.
If anything, she will liaise with me because we too there.
Right.
Tom and
Yeah,
Jerry too.
inseparable. Everywhere you see me, you see her. You see that thing. All right.
So,
So thank you very much for hanging out with us today. It has just been, I just wanted you to know that we are not just talking. We are not just, encouraging and saying all sweet stories, but we are in the bush ourselves. We are in to do business. It is very important that you get involved. So, Kwaku, what would you have to tell your other corporate guys who might see him like, this guy, he was a banker. Right now, I say they do farming. What do you have to tell people who still have that
oh, mentality,
negative
mentality of
mentality about farming? What do you have to tell them?
what I have for them is, hey, they should try it
Mm,
and see the differences
mm,
because we've seen big people leaving their places,
mhm,
trying it, and they are making the
mm,
success. And when you meet them, it makes you feel like you didn't make a mistake.
mm.
Because the last journey I did with a man was like, when I left my job, so it seems I should go back for my 2,000, my 3,000. But when
Every
I did
month.
every month, but when I struggled out within the next 1 year, I started making it. I feel
Mm,
like I made the right decision.
mhm,
So helping somebody to build is better. You help yourself to build
mm,
yourself.
mm.
For all the jobs we do aside, we are helping somebody to build. It's somebody's business that we are putting in our resources. At the end of the day, me a peka krama. But at the end of the day, if you are managing your own self and you are also grooming somebody to become like you, Why not?
Be your own
Be
boss.
your own boss
It's
and
good to help people, but think about yourself as well. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. But hey, for now, let's go in there and see if some pineapple are popping up. I want to pluck some and start eating. Whether it's matured or not, I'll eat.